Oh, it's a handlock against the Shaman. More and more Shamans. And Shaman is a great matchup against the handlock. With those Earthshock against the Twilight Drakes, you can completely rip the Warlock apart.
I like the Warlock against Shaman too. I mean, your minions suffer, but if he plays a Tastingo Sunwalker version, he ain't so owned by Earthshocks, and you got double Hellfire, so you can just wreck the whole Shaman board easy mode.
Yep.
In my opinion. I think it's okay to have that matchup. And Kaldi, we cannot see Kaldi's hand. Oh, there it is. So it's with Knife Juggler and everything. Don't wonder, it could be a bit delayed in the first turns. So if you see something being played before anything happens, don't worry. Everything is cool. We get the card draw for Vortex. Life tap into nothing. Siphon Soul.
Siphon Soul.
Oh, that hand sucks hardcore, I have to say.
Double Siphon Soul, not too great.
Absolutely
He has
not.
a Hellfire, though. So it's fine, he can get rid of the wolves.
Yeah, but you can get rid of the wolves, but there will be probably Knife Juggler, Unbound, Ferris Spirit.
Yep.
And then you Hellfire and the Unbound survives. You're like, what? Not cool. I think the Knife Juggler is great to have out. And for Vortex, that's just life tapping into a Mountain Giant. Wow, that was great. Didn't say anything. Well, would you still Mountain Giant into... Would you Mountain Giant into this?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to see Mountain Giant, like fast plays. And that's it. And now let's see. Kaldi is going to pull out the Ferris Spirits, I think. Well, there's like a question. Would you pull out the Ferris Spirits again?
I would Hex.
Or would you Hex?
Definitely Hex.
Yeah, I like that one more. If you Shadow Flames the Mountain Giant, you would get wrecked completely.
Even Hellfire would be annoying.
Definitely. Could just trade everything. Down to 19 already, and no more... Oh, Twilight Drake. Nice. Twilight Drake! Perfect top decks here. And in a Twilight Drake... Again, would you Ferris Spirit in a Twilight Drake?
Yes.
But if he has a Shadow Flame, you're completely screwed.
Yes.
You're completely screwed.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I never thought anything.
I mean, of course it's annoying, but...
Maybe...
What else are you going to do? A Zoo Drake?
I think
gets wrecked by Shadow Flame as well.
That gets wrecked by Shadow Flame as well. But
you're not overloaded.
Yeah, you're not overloaded. And... Okay, bringing him down to 13 could turn out to be risky.
What?
What? Well, you could do this, but it could also...
I would go Siphon Soul onto the Zoo Drake now, and then trade into the Unbound.
Or Sunwalker. Sunwalker and trade into the Zoo Drake. What I don't like about the Sunwalker
is... Sunwalker with a Knife Juggler out, no Ferris Spirits played yet. That's basically a free Divine Shield.
Or Hellfire Model Coil trade, but you're down to 9. You lose... Down to 9 is just too far down, actually. You're down to 10, so... Yeah, Siphon Soul trade, I think that's a great one too. Oh, would you trade with a Knife Juggler or the Unbound?
I would have killed the Unbound.
The annoying thing is if there's a Lightning Bolt now for Kaldi, just Lightning Bolt trade and his minion even survives. So that sucks a bit. A second Unbound Elemental, so we could see double Unbound into the Wolves. Mana Tide Totem. And now Ferris Spirits. Yeah, that's no surprise.
Obvious.
Shadow Flame Model Coil? Or just Siphon Soul and Taunt Up. Or just, yeah, Siphon Soul. With Shadow Flame Model Coil, you don't want him to have the card draw, I think. You could Hellfire trade also, but then you drop down low. That's what I don't like.
You drop to 13 and can't really put anything on the board. If there's Doomhammer Rockbody, you would lose the match immediately.
Yeah.
So...
Don't like that.
Kinda has to Siphon Soul. In my opinion.
Or you could also Shadow Flame Model Coil, so you would survive actually Doomhammer, Coin, Rockbiter. From all the moves, if you decide to go for the Hellfire...
There's also the Sunwalker play.
If you go for...
a bit better right now.
If you go for the Hellfire, I would actually silence away the 3-5, and then your Drake would survive with 1 HP. That would be perfect. Well, at least your Drake survives. Like, you go for a Hellfire, then you silence... Or you could also silence Shadow Flame, but then you are not able to Model Coil, and that's what I don't like.
Hellfire Mortal Coil, it seems to be. Still, very risky. Dropping to 10 HP.
Absolutely.
Turn 7 with no overload on the Shaman. He has so many cards.
He could have done different too, where he actually keeps his Owl and his Drake on 1 HP. So that was a possibility too. Like you silence afterwards, and then you can still trade your minion in. Therefore, you cannot Mortal Coil. Now at least he has a Twilight Drake, and that's great. I mean, he can Twilight Drake and then taunt bows up. And there's no silence yet to be seen. What would you do as Kaldi now?
Interesting.
Coin Fire Elemental? The Coin Fire Elemental. I think that's absolutely what we're gonna
you need to get rid of the Twilight. But there will be another Twilight, and this time with Sun Fury.
I think he needs to
Maybe
actually
even
Siphon Soul. If you Twilight and he has a Silence plus Doomhammer, you're dead.
He could go for Twilight, Sun Fury, Sun Fury.
And Twilight, Sun Fury, Sun Fury. Yep. If you do something with a taunt up, I would definitely recommend what you just said. Go for the double Sun Fury to have 2 taunters. Therefore, if he really wants to get through your minions, he actually needs to Lightning Storm, Earthshock, and then he ain't got enough mana to go for a Doomhammer or something. Yeah, if he goes for double taunters, yeah, great. Great. Vortex, great.
Great. Play
it. The first move you planned was great, so just do it now. And we get another Fire Elemental, so that might just trade down the Drake or one of the Sunwalkers. We got a Faceless Manip. Oh, I like the Faceless Manip, actually.
I like the Earthshock.
You like the Earthshock? I think the Earthshock.
It's Earthshock, Fire Elemental, and 6 to the mouth.
Wow. That was okay what he did, and in the end, well, the payout is not so high.
Nope. He has 2 Fire Elementals out. This is not looking good.
Well, at least he played it like this. I mean, he got the Earthshock, so he could have Earthshock, Doomhammer, won the game if there was only 1 taunter. Yep. In the end, that's great for him. Great. I'm telling you. He could actually consider Earthshocking, then playing his Doomhammer, double attacking, doing 6 damage in the face, since his Fire Elemental can do 3 damage over the taunters again. If there's double Molten Giant taunt, then you win with Fire Elemental.
But he has 2 Fire Elementals out then. Like, it's really rough to get rid of 2 Fire Elementals and also bring a taunt on the board.
Double Molten Giant taunt, Shadow Flame. Kapow! That would be the answer that wrecks your face.
You need to overwhelm the Defender of Argus.
He goes for the Doomhammer. He goes for the Doomhammer.
Okay.
So down to 19, wrecks his enemy down to 4 HP. What could there be for Vortex? Even if he gets a Leroy now, Leroy plus Faceless, it would only be 12, 14 damage, and this Soulfire wouldn't win anything.
Well, that's Sunwalker.
Oh, you could also Shadow Flame, Faceless and Defender of Argus. Like Faceless on the 6/5, Argus bows up. If he goes for the Sunwalker, he loses.
He needs to Siphon Soul. And also play a taunt, but he doesn't have the mana.
Yeah, if you Siphon Soul, you're taking 8 damage.
Sunwalker wouldn't help him either.
Yeah. If he copies and taunts, that's a trade. He still loses. So even if he copies and taunts, he loses.
It's
Sunwalker,
over.
he loses.
There's no way he can win now.
If he copies and Shadow Flames, he loses too. So there's no way to win this in the end. That sucks if you're in that situation where you know there's no way to win this. Stupid Fire Elemental. Why you're not a 6/5? Therefore, he would have had a 5/7 minion in total. That would have been great. Like now, he just loses his minion. Fire Elemental, kill the Sunwalker, and GG. First win for Kaldi in this best of 3.
Goes to the Shaman.
Even the the Lightning Bolt. So he could have just won with Fire Elemental, Lightning Bolt, or just Lightning Bolt and attack once. That was great for him in the end. Well played by Kaldi, winning the game against the hand poison in the starting hand.
Oh, Deadly Poison and SI. Only thing he would like to have as well would be the coin, but that's also a nice starting hand.
I think the Viscerate is exceptionally good. So you can go weapon up, leave it like this. He coins out an unbound elemental. You're like, deadly poison eviscerate. Kill the unbound ASAP. Well, that's great. What are we going to see for Kaldi? So there's a knife juggler already. Defender of Argus. And the wolves. So exactly the hand you want to get, actually. Double hex. I like what he has here.
It's okay.
Oh, is he going to coin out the knife juggler? I wouldn't recommend that. I mean, if we have a backstab, it would just be backstab.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing about this is he applies pressure. And if there's one thing you want to do against a Miracle Rogue, pressure without end.
Ooh.
He could eviscerate.
I think eviscerate. Just get rid of it. I mean, you deal 2 damage. That's 4 damage. But next turn, if you don't, you will receive 4 damage. So.
Yep, and if there's a taunt totem, you will anyways need to play your eviscerate. So you can just eviscerate now. As you know, there's most likely going to be a taunt totem next turn. 100% sure. No surprise. Great that Vortex actually did it. Top deck unbound elemental for the next turn. That would be so annoying. Knife juggler, another one.
Another one. Oh man.
Well, now the big question is, are you going to... Well, now I would just weapon up, actually. I would just weapon up.
Only weapon up and then next turn go for Deadly Poisonous Eye?
Yep. That would be better in my opinion.
This way it's also fine because he can attack the face. Never mind.
You're losing You're losing unnecessary damage.
Yep.
In my opinion. You took 3 damage you would have taken anyways, but you're losing the option of going for your SI7 agent now. And that would have been better. And now what are you going to do? Attack the totem? Really? Are you going to do this? Are you going to go through with this?
Well, yeah. Shift the face, end the turn.
Yeah, but you need to kill the totem. What if he plays something big behind the
he
totem?
has nothing to combo for next turn. Oh, man.
I would shift the phase, attack the totem, since there's turn 4, if we see a valid teacher, a Vortex is completely screwed. He's not getting through to the valid teacher here.
He needs to attack the totem, weapon up, so he can combo with Deadly Poison next turn.
100%. That would be so good. And I think that was a Deadly Poison waste in total. He would have had 1 swing more now, like still a swing, ready to go. His SI7 agent out to trade with those totems. Okay, valid teacher. That needs to get killed ASAP.
Oh, that's easy. Deadly Poison SI7.
But it hurts so much. Look at this. Look at Vortex hand. Double Shadow Stab, Sinister Strike. Preparation. If you
There's no auction here.
If you get an Azure Drake, I would actually consider Shadow Stabbing my Azure Drake to draw another card. I did that in games where it was really close, where you were happy to have this. First Birds into Rockbiter weapon, get him killed. Yeah, absolutely what you need to do in this situation. Get rid of the board, that's great. You get still nice follow-up with double hacks and the card draw totem especially. It's gonna be super good. And Vortex has no more deadly poisons left. No more deadly poisons for actually going the direction.
Blade Flurry.
Yeah, Blade Flurry. So he can only do spell damage up Blade Flurries. Card draw totem now. Card draw totem now. Makes the most sense.
It's an easy decision. Just get some options in your hand.
The super annoying thing, if we had an auctioneer, he would actually rockbutter up his own minion to kill it and lose his wolves at the moment. That Flame Tongue totem is so good. Would you backstab trade?
Yes.
Backstab, eviscerate, trade. The only annoying thing is you lose your eviscerate there, and you kind of want to have it for Azure Drakes.
And you kind of want to have it for your auctioneer as well.
Well, he at least has a preparation and Sinister Strike, so that's going to be some cards.
Yep.
And the Shadow Step is another card. You could go for this. It was really great that he actually cleared. I mean, there's a Flame Tongue totem, and now there's an Azure Drake. So Azure Drake plus totem up. Man, into Defender of Argus, and you just used your Eviscerate a second ago. This hurts.
This is not looking good for Vortex, but
absolutely
let's be honest, his draw is really bad. Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
That's a danger
luck.
you're always taking with a Miracle Rogue. I mean, the Auctioneers are 2 cards out of 18 now. You got 2 Zoodrakes maybe, so that's 4 cards that draw cards out of 18. If you're not running the version VIA is running,
Another
I mean,
Shift, 2 Fan of Knives,
yeah.
a Salness.
Fire Elemental, another Totem now. You're on 25. I would actually Fire Elemental and another Totem. I like that one more. You could also go for the Defensive Argus, but why go for the Argus if you can put something like a Fire Elemental down? Even if he saps it, you did 3 damage, you can do 7 damage now. And, well, the Argus is just waiting to pop next turn. You could also go for Flame Tongue.
You can also go Fire Elemental Flame Tongue.
Yeah, Fire Elemental Flame Tongue, absolutely. Doesn't even need to go for the Totem. If you go for the Argus now, would you go for the Flame Tongue still?
I mean, why wouldn't he? Like, he knows the deadly poisons have been used. So, how will he be able to clear the board? I think even 2 Eviscerates are gone.
Okay, Zoodrake. If he Zoodrakes into a Blade Flurry now, then this will hurt a lot, since if he played the early game different, he would have a Blade with 1 charge at the moment. Yes, 3 damage backstab. That feels like killing the Flame Tongue Totem.
Yep.
I would kill the Flame Tongue Totem, though. You just kill 2 damage off the board.
Oh, man.
Yeah, look, you left too much. I mean, yeah, it's the 2/3 minion, but the Flame Tongue Totem gives +4 in total.
Yeah, it's basically a 4/3 minion.
Yeah. So you should have killed the Flame Tongue Totem. That would have been slightly better. Now it's 10, 13 damage. Kaldi wins the game. He can even deal more than he needs to. That was rather fast. 2-0 from Kaldi versus Vortex. And it's 2-1 in total for vVv already. So they're sweeping Planet Key at the moment.
Yeah, well, if they win the next one, they won the match. And
That's
if
already
they
over.
don't, we go into a show match, and